Hi and hello everyone. Let's see with another new topic, that is scanning electron microscope, which is also known as an SEM. So what is SEM? As it is most widely used type of electron microscope, and it examines the microstructure by scanning the surface of material, and but with a higher resolution and with much greater depth of field. So the most important feature of SEM is it make an image in three-dimensional appearance because of its large depth of field. So let's see with an introduction. So what is SEM? It is a type of instrument which produces an image of sample by scanning the surface with a focused beam of electrons. So these electrons interact with the atoms in the sample, which produces various signals and give information about surface topography. What is the difference between optical microscope and scanning electron microscope? In optical microscope, they use a light as an source, and in this SEM process they use an electron which is incident on the surface. But SEM is much more greater because it gives a high resolution image as well as with a good quality, and it gives a deep knowledge about the atoms, their arrangement, their size, structure, etc. So it uses electron beam instead of laser ray, or instead of using light. So this electron beam is scanned in a raster scan pattern. Raster scan pattern means, first of all, if you will see, like it is going to move from left end to right end. After completing one row, again it will come to second row, again it will move from left to right. So likewise it is going to scan one by one row, that is called as a raster scan pattern, and the position of beam is combined with the intensity of the detected signal to produce an image. So we have to keep in mind that in SEM mode, that is in scanning electron microscope mode, the secondary electrons whatever are emitted by atoms, that are detected by the detector, and accordingly the signal intensify, and depends on the signals given, we are going to get the topography of the sample. So we can achieve an resolution better than 1 nanometer. So that is an use of an SEM instrument. So what are the different characteristics that can be viewed from SEM? So there are four: topography, morphology, composition, and crystallographic information. So topography means we can get the features of the surface, like how it looks, what is the texture, so which gives a direct relation between features and material properties. Morphology means we can get the shape and size of the particle, so that we can get a relation between structure and material properties. Next one is the composition, like the object is made up of which elements and the compounds, that we can get in composition. And crystallographic information means that how the atoms are arranged on the sample surface, so we can get the direct relation between the arrangement and the material properties. So these are the four characteristics that can be viewed from SEM. See what is the basic principle behind this SEM instrument. So as you can see with the figure, a sample is shown, and on the sample the electron beam is made incident on the sample surface, top surface. So these electron beams are emitted by the tungsten electron gun, and if you'll observe, so there are different electrons, some are incident on the surface, some are reflected back, some get transmitted through the sample. Like if you can see on the bottom side, there are few electrons which gets transmitted, like elastically scattered electrons or inelastically scattered electrons. At the same time, some of the electrons are reflected back, so they are backscattered electron, X-rays, and secondary electrons, then photons. And out of this electrons, only secondary electron are detected back by the detectors, and these detectors are used for making an images on from the sample surface. So if you will see, as the secondary electrons have very low energies on the order of 50 electron volt, so SES only escape from the top few nanometers of the surface of a sample. It is possible to collect the images of the sample surface with a resolution of 1 nanometer. So we have to keep in mind, even though there are number of electrons, out of which only secondary electrons are collected in the detectors, and accordingly we can get an image from the sample surface. So let's see with an construction. As you can see that there are few components which has been listed out, like first of all we can see an electron gun. So electron gun which consists of tungsten filament which is used for emitting an electrons. Why tungsten is used? Because tungsten has higher melting point, so tungsten filament is used. So when we give an voltage to this, it will start emitting an electrons. After that we have anode. Anode is used to accelerate the electrons, and after that it goes to the magnetic lens. This magnetic lens are used to give the width and make the beam coherent. After that, when it goes past through the second magnetic lens, it is used for focusing and on the particular area. And after that we can see that the rays are incident on the sample surface, and like we have seen, there are different of electrons reflected back. So out of which we are going to collect the secondary electrons from the detector, and this detector is connected to an computer screen which gives an image of the topography of the surface. Not only topography, but it gives an various parameters like their size, structure, compounds, atoms, etc. And whatever this SEM instrument is operated, it is operated in vacuum chamber, because if there is no vacuum chamber, this electron beams may react with air, and this electron beam may scatter and we will not get a good quality image. So because of which we use this vacuum chamber. So we have to keep in mind that whatever electrons are incident are primary electrons, and because of reaction with the sample, there will be a releasing of the secondary electrons, and these secondary electrons are detected by the detector, which catches the secondary electrons, and we will get an image on the screen. So let's see with an working. So what are the steps? Like when an voltage is applied, see the tungsten filament is going to emit the electrons, and these emitted electrons are going to scan the sample in the raster pattern. But first electrons are generated because of the electron gun. Then they are accelerated and attracted by positively charged anode, and the electron source is sealed in a special vacuum chamber in order to preserve from vacuum and protect against the vibration or noise. The condenser lens is the first lens that converges then electrons beam, and then it is converged once more by the objective lens before hitting the sample. So the condenser lens define the size of electron beam, while the main role of the objective lens is to focus the beam onto the sample. So this scanning electron microscope lens system also contains these scanning coils which are used to raster the beam onto the sample. So this is the basic working of the SEM instrument. So these are few applications mentioned, like we can measure the roughness of the ice crystal, then we can measure the fractal dimension, we can examine the fracture surface of the metals, characterization of the material. So few images are shown, like we can see an image of the spider, then what is the surface of kidney stone. So these are the few images or the applications. Then we can also measure the cohesion measurement and dimensional measurement at the nanoscale, like volume, angle, flatness, bearing ratio, etc., that we can count from this SEM instrument. So hope you got an idea with an SEM. You just have to keep in mind that in SEM the electrons acts as a particle, and only the secondary electrons are collected together, and from the secondary electrons only we get an image of the different measuring like Gaussian measurement, dimensional measurement, or the surface topography, etc. we can get from this STM instrument. Thank you.